Well, hello and welcome to Chicago, everybody. How you doing here? See, we're by the banks of the Chicago River here. There's the river walk. There's the sailboats. I'm starting a little early today, actually a lot early. Usually, you know, I'm at work right now. I'm doing lunch really early today, so everybody watching here, yeah, I will go back to work early. We're just going to try to catch the sailboats here. We got a bridge lift today. Hey, Paula, how's it going? See, I told you I'd be on early. I got to get on really early to capture when they start in the fall. They 9:30. They start at the Lakeshore Drive Bridge. They already went through two bridges. They went through the Columbus Drive, and they went through the DuSable Lakeshore Drive Bridge there. We'll count and see how many sailboats there. So we'll get down and get in position here. I just left work, rushed up to Michigan and Wacker here, and we're gonna watch the beginning portion of they do this every Wednesday and Saturday, weather permitting. See, some people are gathered here to watch the Drawbridges lift, the Bascule Drawbridges here in Chicago. We'll let everybody else file in here. How's everybody else doing there? Brandon, hey, you're tuning in there. Yeah, it's really early. Thanks for tuning in, Brandon. And Michigan, Mary Therese. Yeah, we're early. I told you because the bridge lift. They're gonna do Lisa, how you doing there? Hubert, good morning. Sharon, Mia, thanks everybody for being on here. So let's count the amount of sailboats. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still some shoreline. Still pretty cold. We're like low 40s, and I'm glad I don't have a meeting. Last two Wednesdays I had a meeting right at 10 to 11, and that last week it went till noon, so I totally missed the bridge lift last Wednesday. 2 Wednesdays ago, that was the first one they did it. We caught it at the tail end. I caught up with it. We took a water taxi. But that's why I'm so early today, is they start early because they're reversing the whole thing. In the spring, they take them till like 1 o'clock to get this point. By 1 o'clock, they'll be down by Chinatown, or they'll be at least by the Sears Tower heading down the South Branch. And so, so we'll get in position here, get a nice view there with the Wrigley and the Tribune. There's 4 sailboats. There's 5. There's at least 5 I count. Hey, Sharon, Mia, Robert, Sharon. So they're starting to ding the bell. So see, look, people are starting to run because once that bell starts dinging, the arms to close the traffic, the gates will come down. Once that bell starts dinging, if you're walking across any of these Bascule bridges, you got to get off of them because they're going to start lifting. Remember last year, there was somebody on a bike. Everybody's like, get off the bridge. And they were like, what are you talking about? We can't lift the bridge with you on it. Oh, and so they got off. But they already, hey, there's the crew there. So here, we're sailboats here. Hey, he's jamming out there, rocking out. There's the sailboats. Look at that. Heather B, Mackenzie. Yeah, Robert and Sharon. Happy birthday, Robert. Oh, yours was Friday. So Sharon, happy belated birthday. Robert, happy birthday. That's good. Thanks for letting us know, Robert. I just saw that. Mia, Sharon, Hubert, Lisa, Mary Therese, Michigan, Brandon, Paula. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Yeah, we're early today. So thanks for being a live audience. I know other people will be like, oh, we missed it. I'm like, you know, I'll try to cut this out in the reruns if it's nice. We did that whole. I sped up the whole thing. I did a time lapse, sped it up 10 times, 10 times speed there on the South Branch. We did it 2 Wednesdays ago. See, people are still getting off the bridge here. So here's where you go to get the architectural cruise boats. Brandon, wasn't it great to see so many people downtown for the marathon? There was, you know, so many people travel from all over the world. Downtown was hopping there. I was with Grim Evil. We went over to the car show there. I probably should have let you know, but you know, it gets chaotic. We meet more people. You know how it is. Same with, I didn't realize Chris was going to come in with Maddie there. I didn't even live stream that. He was in, but we'll get together soon there. So here, yeah, so nice. Michael Anderson, yeah, what a beautiful day. We got sunshine. People are, look, there's people, maybe they're still in town for the marathon here. Here we got 4 sailboats. I counted 5. There's a 5th one lurking back there. Here's the Apple Store. So people are getting ready to take a photo here. I'm gonna back up just a little bit so we get the full bridge here. I'll get back with this guy. But, yeah, we're gonna do a bridge lift. Look at all these people gathered here to watch this thing. Yeah, see, he's streaming too. It's good. Here, I'll stand right here. I'll stand on this bench. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. So we'll get the whole bridge here. We'll get the clock tower of the Wrigley building behind there. Yeah, Pink Panther, how you doing there? May, how you doing there? Thanks for tuning in there. Yeah, it's a good time for you. It's not too late in the night there. We're catching the bridge lift early here. Thanks for tuning in here. Look at the beautiful towers, the gleaming towers here. So sometimes they clear people off the bridge, and then the people, see, there's people up in those bridge houses there. Sometimes they go out to inspect something before they lift. This is, you see, the sailboats are eager to get going there. They know they got a lot of bridges to go under. And this is probably the biggest one they got to go under besides Lakeshore Drive. And then they also got to stop Ida B. Wells, which becomes the Eisenhower. A lot of traffic comes through there. There's the sailboats, the mast. I still see some people on the other side. Yeah, there's some people, there's some maintenance crew there. They're walking the bottom of the bridge there. They're looking for stuff. So a lot of this is a bunch of waiting. I waited 20 minutes for this bridge to open, and I got to fill all the airspace in there. That's why I was even hesitant to come on as early as I did. I saw that the sailboats were here, so I said I better get ready just in case here. Yeah, May, Michael Anderson, Krista, how's it going? Thanks everybody for tuning in. Yeah, you got the nice little cap on the baby. It's a cool day here. We got 45 degrees here. Waiting for the bridge lift here. There, see, there's the they're looking at the gap there. So there's probably the people that work for it. Once that guy, he's looking at a few things there before they lift this bridge here. Hey, let's check out these sailboats here. So while those guys are on there, it's gonna take them half a minute to walk off of there. See, here comes Fort Dearborn. Here comes the architectural cruises are still running even though it's cold. Yesterday would have been a horrible day to be on a boat. It was rainy and nasty. We even had like ice pellets in the rain. It was like hail. There's the sailboats over by the Apple Store. There's the Fort Dearborn going by. Most of the bridges are just named for the street that they are, like State Street Bridge, Wabash. This is the Michigan Avenue Bridge. They added the DuSable more recently. You know, DuSable's finally rightly acknowledged as the first non-indigenous resident of Chicago that we have documented. I don't necessarily agree that you know they put him as the founder of Chicago. You know, the Potawatomi were here, even though DuSable was here. I mean, no one's really the founder of Chicago. DuSable unfortunately left this area in probably the early 1800s to go across, or the late 1700s, like 1790s or 1880s, to go across the Mississippi with his wife, who was Potawatomi, Kitty Hawa. They had 2 kids. They had to go across the Mississippi. This is even before the Trail of Tears, which happened later. There was Potawatomi still here in the 1830s. And, you know, that includes Olmette, who was up by Wilmette with his Potawatomi mixed wife, part of the French culture as well. And he sold DuSable sold, he had his nice log cabin there, or a house with improvements. They had like a mill and stuff. He sold it to Kinsey, who came from the American culture, even though Kinsey came from Detroit, I think. He was, you know, that's why he probably spoke French too, English and Native American languages, because they were fur traders. That's why they were here first. The fur traders were here. There's the bridge lift. There's DuSable, Michigan Avenue Bridge. That's what we're talking about, Jean Baptiste DuSable. Here's the Michigan Avenue Bridge here, lifting for the sailboats. So look at that. we'll get up here and we'll catch it here. How you doing? Yeah, so we get the nice bridge lift here. We get the sailboats going underneath the Michigan Avenue Bridge here with the Wrigley Building and the Tribune Tower in the background. Look how nice that looks. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Welcome to Chicago. We're doing a bridge lift. They do this every Wednesday and Saturdays in the spring and fall. Not every Wednesday and Saturday. Depends on the weather and the amount of boats. We see these sailboats are gonna travel with their masts. That's why they got to lift these bridges. I see a few things are falling off the bridge there. There's these are all Bascule bridges. They got counterweights and they got a small motor in there that lifts. They're only lifting the northern half of the bridge. This bridge has had some. Hey, there's a guy standing out there. There's a guy that works for the part of the maintenance crew there. Look how beautiful that looks. We get the Tribune with the, yeah, we'll stick right here and we'll get these sailboats going underneath the bridge. Look how nice that looks there. We can get the Tribune Tower, sailboats going through here. If I back up just a little bit here, maybe we can get it better. Hey, there it goes. Look at that, sailboats going underneath Michigan Avenue Bridge here. What is today? October the 16th, 2024. Brandon, isn't this amazing? Yeah, this is, you could probably see this. You know, I know you look the other way, you look north, but you know, I wonder, can you see this from your amenity deck? Well, I guess you can see the river. You can't see the Michigan Avenue Bridge, and that's why. Thanks for tuning in here. You can just watch it here. You throw it up on your flat screen TV here. That's the great thing about YouTube. Hey, he's taking a picture of it there too. We'll follow these boats. And so I'll follow along until they get to the confluence, you know, and then I'll have to break off and go back to work because I'm streaming earlier than usual just to catch this. And so at lunchtime when I normally stream today, people will be looking for me. They'll have to watch the rerun of this because I'm filming early, and then I'll head back to work there. Eventually, we'll see how fast their progress is. But you see where we're at here, Wrigley Building. Oh, dropped the stick there. There's the sailboats. Yeah, we got 6 sailboats. So there's 3 there. There's the bridge. There's the Intercontinental Hotel behind there. Hey, Dolores, Mia, Michael, Brandon, everybody. Yeah, everybody knows everybody here. Mostly. Thanks to any new people tuning in here. We're watching the Bascule Bridge lift so the sailboats can come out of Lake Michigan here, Chicago, Illinois. Going under Michigan Avenue Bridge there. Look at that. Yeah. May. Thanks for tuning in there. Look at that. Ding goes the bell. What a nice day. Yeah, it's gonna. The weather forecast for the rest of the week, see, he's jogging in shorts, looks like 60s and 70. I saw a 70 forecast for Saturday and sun. That's a pretty good day for middle of October in Chicago. And the trees are still mostly green. We got Halloween decorations. We've been searching for Halloween decoration. It was rainy yesterday, so I filmed everybody sheltering under the bean there. Timed it to Elvis music. Everybody, so many people like Elvis. That's great there. Look at the sailboats there. And hey, there's the last boat heading through there. There's the last boat heading underneath the DuSable Michigan Avenue Bridge there. So we'll back up here. We'll get back so we can get further back and maybe we can catch both of those buildings with the bridge closing behind it. See, they pull to the side so that the architectural tour boats can go through there. There he is, expertly guiding the boat there so they can hang on to the shore. There, look at that. Naya, how you doing there? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we're early. Fantastic backdrop. That's why I came out from work early to film this. I wanted to catch it, this first part, with these beautiful blue skies. Beautiful architecture here. Yeah, everybody's taking pictures of it here. Got good spots here. It feels good in the sun. Sun, you can noticeably warmer. Make sure I'm not backing up into anybody here. Yeah, Naya and her baby there. Beautiful baby boy there. Yeah. There we go. So the bridge is coming down. See how the DuSable Michigan Avenue Bridge is slowly coming down here. We just went under the marketplace sign here. We'll get the Wendella boat. Will be coming through here, trying to keep the buildings in the background there. There's the DuSable Michigan Avenue Bridge there, closing. And there's got the, see, look, all the people on the boat, they got their cell phones out. They're treated to a beautiful backdrop here, these sailboats. Oh, the baby says hi. That's good. See, it'll be like my Aunt Lorene, my little cousins there, that her grandchildren that she watches, they recognize my voice. And even I wonder if Chris's Maddie recognized my voice there. Chris says Maddie will be watching the TV there when he's streaming from home there. Hey, so here's the Wabash Avenue Bridge. They're dinging the bell for the Wabash, so we'll stick right here so we'll get a good view. We see the corncob buildings and Marina Towers behind there. There's the boats there. There's the Wrigley. We got a nice view to the Wrigley there. Yeah, the Riverwalk. Pink Panther, thanks for tuning in there. So here, we're waiting for the Wabash Avenue Bridge to open here. Takes them a while. And there's still people walking across State Street. Usually when I turn my back to it, it'll start opening. So let's see if this works. I want to keep this thing moving. Got to keep this momentum. 10:26 here. 10:26. There it goes. So there goes the Wabash. They're going to open both sides. They're going to open both sides of the Wabash Avenue Bridge. We'll walk right underneath it when it's open. Watch these sailboats going through. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Chicago. Bascule Bridge Lift. That's the Wabash Avenue Bridge there. You see the sign on it there. There's the Marina Towers behind there. Bertrand Goldberg, the architect. Hey, we got 45 people tuning in there. Yeah, Joe Ellen. It's walk time. Hey, your buddy's ears. That's good. Thanks, Joe Ellen. Yeah. Pink Panther. Hey, thanks for coming on early, everybody, today, being a live audience. I told people on the morning walk there on TikTok, I'd probably come on early today because otherwise I'd be missing all this. You know, last two Wednesdays ago, they were already through all this portion. So we documented the South Branch there 2 weeks ago. You can check out that video on YouTube, and I got a rerun on TikTok where we sped up the footage. Here's the Wabash Avenue Bridge. Think of the amount of weight there. The weight, the steel beams, it's hundreds of tons of weight, and it's all being lifted by a 200 to 500 horsepower motor, the same as like a car engine. And it's because there's a counterweight. There's a giant counterweight behind the abutments, like a teeter-totter. It goes on a fulcrum, and that counterweight balances. It's like a diving board there, cantilevered both sides, and they just hang there. And there's a 1-inch gap that when buses go across it, it kind of sometimes shakes these bridges here. And some of them are double-decked. They got the L trains. The Michigan Avenue Bridge is double-decked, and the Lakeshore Drive Bridge is double-decked as well. Here's the sailboats. Ricky, how you doing there? Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks for tuning in there. Yeah, see, look, catching the bridge lift here. Thanks for tuning in here. YouTube. Yeah, we're racing these boats here. It's always bittersweet in fall because it means the end of the boating season here when these boats return to their winter storage. But, you know, that's why we really enjoy our boating season here. Look at that. There's 4 more sailboats. Nice Wrigley building there. There's the Trump Tower. I guess Trump was in Chicago yesterday. I guess he was meeting with an economic forum there and campaign fundraising, which, you know, all campaigns do that. And a lot of security. That's, yeah, understandably. There's the Langham. Used to be the IBM building. Of course, there's a hotel in the Trump Tower there. Marina Towers. Corn cob buildings is corn. But look above us. Look at the weight of that bridge, just, you know. And there's been times I've been filming where stuff is falling off the bridges, things that fell into the water, little bolts and rocks and things. And we've done this when it was like rainy and it'd be dripping water. I hope he has it that way. Hey, taking pictures here. So all these bridges, see, they got to go through a total of like, what is it, 30 bridges, 29 bridges they got to go through to make it to Chinatown. They just started here. They've already gone through 3 bridges. This is the 4th from Lake Michigan. Here we're by the Chicago Brew House. Got some nice fall display there, yeah. And here we'll spin around here. We'll get over there where that dog's at. That's a really nice vantage point. There we got 5, all 6 sailboats here. These are the 6 sailboats that are traveling through the Wabash Avenue Bridge here. Look at that nice view. You can see the Wrigley there. That's why the landscape works so much better for filming these bridges. I tried to do it on TikTok, and I can never get the whole bridge span in there. You need landscape here. Thanks for tuning in here. Yeah, not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful. Well, the only clouds are over Lake Michigan. We had the Michigan Mountains this morning, and that's where we filmed coming into work, and we saw the sunrise. Sirens always. There's a nice dog there. Look at that dog. Got the nice little shirt there, stretching the legs. But here's the spot right here. Look at that. Look at that perfect spot here. Look at that. See, they're getting a photo right there. Get a group photo with the sailboats, the bridge up in the air, the Wrigley building there. Yeah, what a nice photo there. That's great. Yeah, very nice. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, Canito, how you doing there? Canito #1, Pink Panther. Oh yeah, the structural ingenuity. Yeah, the Bascule bridges were a major innovation because remember, before the Great Chicago Fire and even a little after, the bridges turned in the middle. There was a pier in the middle of the river, and it was very problematic because the boats would sometimes hit it. Those bridges that spun, they spun like a spinner. They spun like that in the middle. They had all kinds of problems. So the Bascule bridges, once they developed it, the strength of the steel, the Bessemer steel and the Bascule bridge were the counterweight, and they could build the bridge houses and the nice spans there to hold the weight. And so they, over the decades, they replaced all these bridges with Bascule bridges. Now they're all Bascule. Bascule, B-A-S-C-U-L-E. And they got the bridge houses. There you see John Hancock, Wrigley Building, Trump. This used to be the IBM, now it's the AMA Medical Plaza, Marina Towers. Patron Goldberg's the architect. We'll show some more buildings here, but 6 boats is about right. Sometimes, one time we saw like a dozen boats, and it got so congested here, there was actually a small fender bender between a architectural tour boat and one of the sailboats. And the captain of the sailboat actually stopped and talked to me downstream and says, "Can I get a copy of that footage for insurance purposes?" So I sent it to him. So hopefully he was able to file a claim. Captain of the boat. But hey, here's the Wabash Avenue Bridge starting to come down here. Look at that nice. We'll get just a little this way, so we'll keep the Wrigley Building right in the center there, the clock tower. So the final destination is most of these go down south of Chinatown. If you look at a map of Chicago, the South Branch of Chicago River, there's an industrial area just south of Chinatown, which is Cermak, where Cermak crosses the river there, and there's like little boat storage yards. And so I call it dry dock storage. They usually take them out of the water and winterize the boats for the winter season. And some boats may go all the way, keep going down the Illinois River. You can go down the Chicago Ship and Sanitary Canal. I think the Dennis guy goes all the way to New Orleans. I haven't seen that guy this year. I think he sold that boat because we saw it for sale in the spring when Brandon, Chris, and I took a water taxi to Chinatown. We saw that Dennis boat that we saw last year. He had the plants hanging on there. Here's the Wabash Avenue Bridge closing here in Chicago. Anna Marie, Christopher, how you doing here? Yeah, I'm on early today, Christopher. Thanks for tuning in. We're doing this bridge lift here. The Wabash Avenue Bridge there. It's closing. Thanks for tuning in there. Thanks for the support there. I appreciate, you and Brandon and everybody. Thanks for supporting this content here. So here we go. See, there's still people crossing the State Street Bridge, so I guess they're just going to lower the Wabash. We might be here a while. And again, we got 10:34 in the AM. We're getting a bridge lift here. Always sirens. Always sirens. But this is really near where, right up there, on Monday, we saw Paul Anka sing a special version of My Way that he wrote for Frank Sinatra. Paul Anka is a honorary member of the Rat Pack. He was the youngest. He wrote some songs back in the 60s and 70s, a songwriter, and he was an actor. And it was great that he was part of the Columbus Day Parade there. We filmed that. That's on YouTube for Monday. And yeah, Christopher, I saw, you know, that's just what the mayor of New York City needs. I know people, misery loves company. People always like to chide me on the mayor of Chicago, which Brandon Johnson, you know, but poor mayor of New York there, you can't win either way. You know, he tried to, you got the Subway Series there. The Mets are going to play the Yankees in the World Series. And so he tried to wear a hat where it was Yankees on one side and Mets on the other with the X in the middle. And of course, just like in Chicago, you got to pick one team or the other. People, I get no credibility for trying to say I'm a Reds fan. You got, see, here's the gate coming down. There's the gate coming down. And so people are running to get across. There's your last chance to cross the State Bridge for a while, but you can go right over to Wabash. That's the amazing thing. You know, if you're waiting, you can just go one street over and the bridge is already down. So it really doesn't impact traffic. That's why they do this in the middle of the day on Wednesdays and Saturdays. They figure it's, you know, they don't want to do it during rush hour. They lift these bridges and, you know, they have to stop the CTA trains, you know, on two bridges, the Lake Street Bridge and the Wells Street Bridge, which are both double decked for the CTA trains. But Daryl, how you doing there? Blue Island, yeah, thanks for tuning in. We're doing a bridge lift. So they just lowered the Wabash Avenue Bridge there. Anna Marie there, yeah. Hey, May, you know Christopher, that's great. Good. So we'll see if they open the State Street Bridge here. They're starting to ding the bell. So we're in a good position here, right by the Marina Towers here. Blue skies, 45 degrees. We'll see if we get to 55. Yeah, sometimes the bridges can get stuck. I know, there's the one up by the Dave Matthews Day Bridge, Dave Matthews Incident Bridge there, the Kinsey Street Bridge. It's a railroad bridge. Usually it's in the upright position. There's those down by Chinatown that are always in the upright position. I think one of those is stuck because they don't use it for a railroad bridge. There we go. You hear that? You hear that noise? So they're getting ready to lift the State Street Bridge there. There's some something going on here. Usually there's some moaning and groaning before they lift these things. Imagine the weight balanced on that fulcrum. You got to grease it up there. Keep that gears moving there. There's 6 boats. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 boats. 7 boats. Another boat snuck in here. I counted 6 and now there's 7. So there's 7 sailboats pulsing through here. This boat's ready to go. Let's see if they open this bridge for it. And this is probably the most congested part because you see how there's not much space between the Wabash Avenue Bridge and the State Street Bridge, and it got really congested last year. There it goes. So they're lifting the south portion of the State Street Bridge. There it goes. These Bascule bridges here, the State Street Bridge in Chicago, the Chicago River there it goes. See, look right there. You can look underneath there. So as this is lifting, we'll try to look underneath it there. They're only going to lift the southern portion. They're not going to lift the northern portion. They do that sometimes. Sometimes they lift both sides, and sometimes they just lift one side. See how you can look underneath there? We'll look underneath here, and there you can see the underneath. You see the water dripping. There's a counterweight. There's the counterweight. See that giant piece of it's concrete. It's tons and tons of concrete there, that counterweight, and then there's a fulcrum that there's gears in there. This is the underneath of the, there you go. This is the underneath of the State Street Bridge here. And look at that. Hear it moaning and groaning. There it is. Hey, let's get it with there goes the sailboats there. So we'll get it with the Marina Towers here. Look at that. You get a clear view to the Marina Towers underneath the upright position of the State Street Bridge. And then we got the sailboats going through here. So we'll follow along with the sailboats. Yeah, great catch. Thanks, Pink Panther. Thanks for watching it live there. And see, there's the underneath. There's the underneath counterweight, the fulcrum. And then see how The other side, it's just like a diving board. It's just that it's always the load's always balanced there, and it's just like a teeter-totter just sticking out over the river. So it's like a giant cantilever diving board. And all these bridges are like that. They're called Bascule bridges. Condo in the marina for 167K. Hey, that's a good deal. 167K. You can get an original wedge of the. That's a good deal there. That's look at that location there. You get the vintage apartment there. Some of them have the original fixtures that Bertrand Goldberg designed back from the late '60s. So here, see how they got off. They actually get off the sailboat there. Sometimes we talk to some of the people that go through here. There it is. See, even the light poles are up in the air there. There's the underneath of the Marina Tower here. Radiance. There's a nice dog here. We're over by the City Winery, Chicago Riverwalk here. Between Dearborn Street, and there's the State Street Bridge in the upright position there. Look at that. At least the southern half. There's the sailboats. See how they tie to the side there? Wait for the next bridge there. How you doing? How you doing? What a beautiful day here. Thanks for. Yeah, look at that. Very nice. Anna Marie, Lorraine, Mia, thanks everybody. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in so early. I'm on early today. I caught everybody by surprise. Look at that. Look at that nice view. 58 people tuning in. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. Check the bridge lift here. So I'll stream at least until 11 o'clock. I'm not going to be on much longer than that because I got to get back to work. There's stuff to do. But at least we got some good footage going through Michigan Avenue, Wabash State. We're up to Dearborn. Hopefully we'll get to Wells. And so if you missed any part of this live, you can check out the rerun there. That's the good thing about YouTube. It records the whole clip there. You can rewind or watch the whole thing if you missed the beginning or the end, or you got to leave or anything, you know, it's fine. No pressure. We're easy come, easy go. Look at that. Look at that view there. Yeah, it's much beautiful. If it was yesterday, I wouldn't have filmed it. It'd been too rainy. I did do a lunch walk, but I mostly stayed underground, and we did get wet because I couldn't go the way I wanted to go because of the political event. The streets were blocked off. I could have stayed underground the whole time, but we had to change our course there. See, there's still cars driving across Dearborn. We'll stick here until the State Street Bridge is lowered. That last boat made it through there. We got 7 boats here going through the 7 sailboats going through the bridges here downtown Chicago. There, it's starting to come down. See how fast that was? You just raise and lower it. They mean business here. Yeah, it's beautiful. Thanks for tuning in here. Bridge lift. Beautiful day. Just the rhythms of the season. This happens in the spring and fall. And sometimes it's interesting to see the bridges being lifted from the street perspective. Let's do that. Let's go up and get higher up here so we can get a different perspective while we're waiting for the State Street Bridge to open here. No, the Dearborn. The State Street Bridge is closing. We're looking at the State Street Bridge. I mean the Dearborn Street Bridge here. We got to go up here. So we'll go up the stairs here. We can look back here, get a little higher. Bear with me a second here. We'll go up the stairs here. There, they're filming up there too. There it is. So the State Street Bridge is back. Traffic will be moving on it pretty shortly here. Here's the Dearborn Street Bridge. This is one of the newer bridge houses. The other ones are more historical architectural styles there. See, here's the gate, keeping people from walking across here. Hey, look at that nice view. Oh yeah, there's so much more to explore of this city. And Baraboo Jagal, I would appreciate if people wouldn't put their political yard signs in my comment scroll. I don't care if you're for Trump or for Harris. Either way, if you continue to do it, you will be blocked. It's just because we don't need everything polluted. We know there's an election. Everybody's made up their mind who they're going to vote for. I know that's your person, so good for you. You don't need to keep doing it. You're not going to change anybody's mind by commenting here, so please keep the comments towards what's about sailboats and the city of Chicago. And I did film the Trump Tower, and I said his name several times, so don't give me that crap either. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. I try to be neutral and respectful. I know not everybody's opinions line up with mine. And even after the election, the debate will continue. No matter who wins the election, it won't be over. The debate will continue, so we'll have it then. There, let's wait. There it goes. See, look, this is the, look at the bridge opening here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this beautiful Bascule bridge here opening. We'll get it from this side here. It's just such a unique perspective. This is actually from the street. They're opening both sides here, the Dearborn Street Bridge. And this goes on every Wednesday and Saturdays, spring and fall, to lift the sailboats. Yeah, she's dancing there. Look at that. Look at that. See how there's water coming off the side of the bridge here. Look at that. So if we get out here, we can, there it is. Look at that. Yeah, let's enjoy the beautiful city here. Oh, you hear that? Oh, you hear that shutter? That's fully up right there. There goes the sailboats. And look how you can look through the grate. So when you drive across it, you can look down and see cars driving above you on that grate. It kind of makes a humming noise when the cars drive across these Bascule bridges. And the reason they do that, it would just add more weight. They do concrete some of the bridges, like the Columbus Street Bridge has a concrete median. But that would just add extra weight to the bridge. They don't need to. So there, look at that. The bridge police, yeah. There's the bridge police. That's they're making sure live streamers like me don't run out there to get the shot, you know. So here, let's head down the steps here. Let's go. Let's keep on moving here. We'll keep on moving. Hey, see, there's the Beaux-Arts detailing of the Wacker Drive when they did this in the 1920s. They did the city beautiful. That's why that's a French Renaissance revival style of the abutments, or the bridge houses for the LaSalle Street Bridge. Of course, the LaSalle Street Bridge is kind of nice. They made it French looking for LaSalle there. April's Fool. That's awesome. Look at that beautiful view here. We'll keep backing up here. We're by Tiny Tap here on the Chicago River Walk. That's the Dearborn Street Bridge, both sides in the upright position there. Yeah, Nia and the baby boy there. That's good. Thanks to Rain and Taco and Naya and Pink Panther. Thanks everybody for tuning in here, checking out this beautiful bridge lift here. Hey, look at that. Hey, there's some media right there. So they're doing an interview. Maybe I don't know if they're covering the bridge lift or the people still running the marathon. They're doing an interview right there. Hey, there, see how you jumped out of the boat there? You kind of tied the side there while you're waiting for the next bridge to open. Welcome to Chicago here. We're by the Tiny Tap here. See how you can hook, you can use that to steady the boat there. Yeah, that's okay, Taco. I mentioned it. You might not have heard it in the live stream this morning. I mentioned I would probably come on early, because if I don't come on early, you know, if I come on at noon, the boats will already be down by the Sears Tower. That's how it was last time. Remember, I had to catch up with them, and we were further along the path there, and we missed this part. So I went to get this part in the fall. We caught this in the spring. It's easier for me to film this portion of the bridge lift in the spring because they get to it later because they start the other direction. See, they started at the lake at 9:30 and now it's 10:50 and they made it this far. And so they'll do this again Saturday. I see some people catch the bridge lifts there on Saturday. Yeah, time to move the boats again. Thanks, Richard Gardner. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in here. And we're between Clark Street, and there goes the Dearborn Street. There's the lowering of the Dearborn Street Bridge, so we'll just stay focused this way so you can see the whole thing closed there. We can speed it up in a time lapse, maybe. Look at that. 7 boats. Yeah. Thanks for being on, everybody. 53 people, even on early in the morning like this. Well, earlier. We saw the sunrise this morning. What am I talking about on TikTok? There's the Illinois Conservation Police. So there's the Illinois Conservation Police. They're just making sure everything's orderly and people got probably life vests or whatever they do. Make sure no one's drinking. You can be drinking on the boat. Just don't be driving. Look at the Dearborn. That's why people get boats, just to drink on them. See how they lower one side a little faster than the other. They ease it down. These are the Bascule bridges here. It shows you how they work. Hey, thanks, Tim. Thanks for tuning in. Isn't this nice? Yeah, we've done this. You know, I started doing this on YouTube last fall. Last fall, I discovered that it actually works better in landscape here on YouTube. I normally stream on TikTok. We've tried this on TikTok, but it's in the vertical aspect, and it's not as dramatic. Here's the Chicago water taxi going through here. So hey, 2 weeks ago, we took a water taxi to catch up with the South Branch. Here, they were lifting the bridges down there because I started later. Here goes the sailboat here. Wow, look at that. So here we go, about to lift the Clark Street. Sounds like it goes pretty quick once they get over here. They just, it's amazing how they time and choreograph this whole thing. Lonesome Dove, the boat's called Lonesome Dove there. There's the Conservation Police. They're talking to the sailboats there. Dearborn Street still not fully down. You see the yellow water taxi going through there. Yeah, I guess they cleared people off of Clark Street here. There you see the Britannica Whirlpool building. The Eastland disaster happened over there. We've talked about that. So there it goes. There's the Clark Street Bridge opening right before our eyes there. They're going to open both sides. Clark Street Bridge here, Chicago, Illinois, bridge lift. October 16th, 2024. Look at that. Hey, Lambie T, how you doing there? Lorraine, May, Taco. Yeah. There it goes. Hey, look at the Lucia. So this is where it gets interesting. It gets congested. And the water, or the architectural tours don't want to stop for the sailboats. And so sometimes it gets kind of hairy, but we'll see how it goes here. There we go. See, they're still lifting the Clark Street Bridge here. Look at the Lucia. Lucia's just flying. It sped up because it saw its gap there. Look, something fell off the bridge. Something fell off the bridge right there. And so you got to be careful. Oh, see, look, something else is floating down. Something else is floating down from the bridge here. It's a lottery ticket or something. There it is. Let's see what it is. Big. I can't even prick that up. I know what it is. Here's the Evening Star. We're walking underneath the upright Clark Street Bridge there. The best. Look how you can look right through the grate. Here goes the Evening Star. Heading through here, the architectural tour. We'll get the sailboats going through here. Yeah, John James might not realize I was on early. He'll probably be looking for me at noon, and hopefully he'll be able to see the rerun. But yeah, John James was on this morning. John James was on TikTok. I know a lot of people know John James. He's pretty, it's amazing. He's usually in most of the lives here, which is great. I appreciate that. There's sailboats heading underneath Clark Street. We'll get away from that glare. There's the glare of the Quaker Oats building there. See, they got this nice seating wall here. This is where the Eastland disaster happened in 1915, I think. Hey, the sailboats are coming over here. They're coming on over to the side there. There's the Clark Street Bridge in the upright position. Look Look at that. Here, we'll keep going. People watching it. Yeah. Hey, see, they're gonna pull to the side here. They're gonna pull to the side. This boat's coming over too. See, look at that. Pulling to the side there. Get the bridge in the background there. Oh, John James is great. Yeah, very nice guy. Well, yeah, you guys are, you know, maybe someday you guys can reach out to each other, get his email or whatever. You know, the notifications don't always work. But the good thing is, if John James missed this and wants to see it, he can watch the full rerun. And he can message me comments. He can comment on the recorded video there. There's the Star of Chicago heading under LaSalle Street there. See how LaSalle has the French style architecture there on the bridge houses there. But it's always better live. It's always better live. Hey, look at that. That looks nice. See, somebody rode their bike down here for the bridge lift there. Look how nice that looks. See, it's just a beautiful backdrop. You got the Marina Towers there. Skyline of Chicago. Sailboats. Drawbridges. Beautiful blue skies. Cool, crisp morning here. Botanica building. Nice architecture. Look at that. There goes the Clark Street Bridge. Closing before our eyes there. 10:57. So what I'll do is I'll wait till they do the LaSalle Street Bridge, and then I'll probably stop for the day. I got to go back to work. Sometimes they take a while for the Wells Street Bridge because they want to make sure all the CTA trains get through there. So a lot of times they'll get beyond the LaSalle Street Bridge and they'll wait a little bit. Same with the Lake Street Bridge. It takes a while for them to open that one. Usually, somebody might open it right on time today. There's the Clark Street Bridge. I got the footage I want to see. We got the Michigan Avenue Bridge and the Wabash, State, Dearborn, Clark Streets. Several bridges opening. So that'll complement the footage we have from 2 weeks ago. We have all the bridges that connect the West Loop to the Loop from Randolph all the way down to Van Buren by the Riverside Plaza and all those buildings there. So they're going to clear people off LaSalle Street and we'll get them going through yeah, I'm glad the notice worked, right? Michael, it seems like the notices work better on YouTube than TikTok. I noticed that too. And some people miss my coverage of the Chicago Marathon on TikTok because they didn't get a notification, which, you know, you just got to keep looking for me in that window. You got to look when the marathon's running. There it goes. There goes LaSalle Street. LaSalle Street Bridge is open in front of our eyes there. Look at that. Yeah. Good. Thanks, Lorraine. Thanks for, yeah, dude, you're welcome to do screenshots. People did screenshots of the, or video shots of the Halloween decorations last night. We saw some good Halloween decorations. And there was 500 people tuning in on an evening live. That was great. I'm glad we got 50 people here on YouTube, which is pretty good. So they're just lifting the north end of LaSalle Street. They're not lifting the south end here. So we'll get the sailboats going through here. And then we'll start heading back here. Yeah, see, and that's what Taco, yeah, I had last Wednesday I had a meeting that went till noon, and it was already too late. I just did something else. I think we did a different live stream last Wednesday instead of me doing the sailboats. That's why I wanted to go early today to catch him today. See, look, we got half a bridge. We only got half a bridge here. How's the sailboats making it through? It's just, you know, look at the merchandise mart in the sun. Very nice. They built this building about 20 years ago. It's a commercial space and some interesting space in there. How you doing? Hey, nice fall displays here. They got the paddle boats here. You literally got to paddle them. Well, they got motors too. Most of the time I see people in the bar, they're not even pedaling. There's Sweet Home Gelato. You go Sweet Home Gelato. Yeah, look at that. There's LaSalle Street Bridge. There's the Brown Line train. The Brown Line train heading north. Trying to make it across before they have to open that bridge. Look at that. Yeah, sorry that happened, Sharon. You weren't the only one. There was other people that messaged me. The exact same thing happened. And sorry you couldn't see it there. I'm glad you saw some of the reruns there. And that's the advantages of, if I would have did it on YouTube, you would have been able to watch the whole rerun. Did you watch it later in the day? I went on about 8 in the morning. It was 8 a.m. Chicago time. And I stopped live streaming before noon. So it was in the a.m. So if you were looking for me later in the day, that's why. But if you were looking for me 8 a.m. to 11 o'clock, I don't know why it didn't show up. And I fault TikTok. TikTok is bad about that. It's like sometimes they purposely make it hard to find something you're looking for, and it's just the nature of their app. Which I always argue it's impossible to find anything on TikTok. Sometimes I'll search for somebody's name. Like if I have to search for Michael, I got 10,000 Michaels, you know, and it's hard to find anything, you know. And hey, here's some pleasure crafts. Here's the 7 sailboats heading underneath LaSalle Street here in Chicago, doing a bridge lift here on Wednesday, October the 16th, 2024. And we'll head back this way, so I'll start to get the LaSalle Street Bridge closing. We'll walk back underneath it, and I gotta head back to work because I got stuff to do. So we're doing. Thanks for tuning in. I know people are going to be probably angry with me that are looking for me during my normal lunchtime vlog, but I told people in TikTok this morning I'd probably be early. And so anytime in this situation, if you are looking for my live stream at noon and I'm not live streaming, look in the live. You got to go to the live tab on YouTube. There's a live tab. And I do cut out certain clips and they'll end up in the regular videos. But if you go to the live tab, you can see the full hour-long rerun and watch it. Pause it, comment on it, you know, do screen captures, whatever you got to do. And so there's still ways to interact with the content even if you can't watch it live. And the drawback with TikTok is you cannot watch the full live streams. I have to sit there and edit and cut out clips. And TikTok makes it hard. They don't want people posting the whole thing because they know the vast majority of people on TikTok will not watch anything longer than 15 seconds. It's hard to get people to watch a 15-second clip. And I got to do minute-long videos that participate in the creator fund. And so people, my analytics, only about 2% of people watch my full videos. 98% only watch the first 5 seconds. Even if they give me a like, they'll just watch the first 5 seconds because it's always something else to view, you know. Just swipe to the next thing. It's just the nature of our social media environment here. But there's the Brown Line heading north. Look at this plane. We saw this when the Columbus Day Parade was going. They fly from out of O'Hare. They go straight over downtown, and it looks like this plane's it's like the same level as the skyscrapers. But here they're gonna eventually lift the Wells Street Bridge there. But hey, they're still lowering the LaSalle Street Bridge. See, they're easing it in here. Here comes the sky view. And we'll see. Look, we'll see if the sailboats get out of the way of Chicago's classic lady here. Look at that. It's kind of. He's not even looking at it. See, he's honking the horn there. Let's see if they can get by. See, they got to get in between this gap, and the momentum of that ship, it can't stop. So this boat is trying to back up. They're blowing the horn. See, look, that boat's quickly getting out of the way. See how congested it gets here when they do these bridge lifts. And this is only 7 boats. Sometimes there's like a dozen. There, see another train's going across here. Chicago's classic lady here at Well Street Bridge. See the Salesforce Tower in the background there. Yeah, that's okay. Thanks, Sharon. No, I understand. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Sometimes I lose my connection. I understand, Sharon. That's typically what happens when I try to stream with the large crowds there. Yeah. No, thanks for trying. Thanks for trying. I know you tried. And I argue TikTok should make it easier. You know, what can I do? I'm doing the best I can too. But thanks for watching now. And there's still people walking across there. So I'm gonna have to head back to work. So you guys are welcome to stick on. I'll continue the live stream until I get back towards my work here, and I'll be walking home from work tonight on TikTok. We'll look for some more Halloween decorations on the walk home from work. I won't be doing a lunchtime walk at noon to 1. This is going to be it for today for YouTube. So we'll post this, and I'll try to cut out some reruns somehow and post it to TikTok for those that refuse to watch me on YouTube. I commend all of you because most of you follow me on both platforms, and I really appreciate that. Thanks for, you realize I got to have a backup on a different platform, and the landscape works pretty well. People have requested me to do YouTube walks in the evening. I've done that before for Christmas time, but we'll continue the pattern we got now so it doesn't confuse people. There's the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago. That boat cleans up the river there. Look, this guy's doing a tour. See, if you want to come to Chicago and have a tour, you can go on this guy's tour. So I don't need to compete with him. People want me to do it too. I'm like, use this guy, you know.
Right? Because it's a very popular thing to get on a big boat that could hold 1, 2, 3,000 people, and then take off towards Indiana or Michigan.
See, he's talking about the Eastland disaster. He's given them the history of the Eastland disaster, which happened right here across from the Britannica building. Over almost as many people died in the Eastland disaster as the Titanic disaster, and it was a ship caps. It listed, it turned sideways, and people got trapped in the hull, Hull, and that happened in 1915. And just literally feet away from the shore of the river, people died. Whole families perished. It was a horrible disaster. It only happened 2 or 3 years after the Titanic. And those tragedies are strangely related because part of the reason the Eastland listed is they put a lot of lifeboats on the top, which added weight to the deck, and they concreted the deck, and it became unstable, and everybody probably went to one side of the boat to wave to the shore. That didn't cause it. It was that boat had other problems, and the Eastland sunk. You can see the pictures, and it's right at the Harpo Studios, that warehouse where they took the bodies, but identified later became where Oprah had her daytime talk show. And then that building has subsequently been torn down and is now the headquarters of McDonald's. And we went in there. There's a McDonald's there, and this Hamburg University's there. There's the Tiny Tab. Yeah. Yeah, have a good lunch there, everybody. Have a great day. Christy, Naya, Jeff, Anna Marie. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Sharon, Michael. Yeah, BNTR. Michael Anderson, Sharon, Maya, MBT. Yeah, thanks, everybody here. So we'll continue along the Riverwalk here. Yeah, the river is haunted, Karen. There's a lot of, well, just think of over the years the amount of, it's morbid to think about the amount of, it's not just the Eastland disaster, it's probably the biggest. There's other tragedies that happen in this river over the decades. And shipwrecks in Lake Michigan. There's a lot of haunted places in Chicago and other places, other cities. Hey, they're cleaning the stainless steel here. Yeah, MBT, terrible tragedy. Oh, Fujito, yeah, I'll look into that. Yeah, the very haunting photographs. And there's probably the worst one is a guy, you know, one of the city emergency responders at 1915 that had to have the grisly task of it was a little baby that got pulled out, and the guy's just like crying, you know. It's just whole families perished because what it was a company called Western Electric, which kind of was associated with Illinois Bell, the telephone company there, and they were going to do a pleasure, like on a Sunday. It was like a perk for if you worked there. They were going to take a pleasure cruise out to the Indiana Dunes, Michigan City on a Sunday. And so people were dressed in their Sunday church clothes, and the whole families, it was they looked forward to it. So they got there, people got on the boat, and they were going to go out to the lake and have a pleasure, cruise there. And the boat listed, it went from one side, everybody went to the other side, it overcorrected, it flipped the other way, and water rushed in. All the furniture inside the boat got dislodged, people got trapped and couldn't get out, and they simply drowned inside the boat. It was horrible. And it was like really close to the shore. And it shows you, anytime you're on a boat, know where your exits are, know where the life preservers are. It's just like being on a plane. It's just, people are like, when I walk through the mean streets of Chicago, which these aren't too bad, downtown's pretty safe, but they're always like, be careful. I'm like, I don't care if you're driving on a highway, flying in a plane, taking an architecture cruise, there's dangers to every single thing we do. Even if you stay in your house, there's dangerous things in everybody's houses. We all got to be careful everywhere we go, but it can't stop us from living life. That takes risks. There's no reward without risk. Chicago's leading lady. Hey, we see how they're still waiting there. So if I would have stayed there, we wouldn't even have saw any more bridge lists, because they usually wait 10-15 minutes there before. And if I would have waited till noon to start this live, we would have had to run way over to the West Loop to catch them. So or the South Branch there. They did triage at the Merchandise Mart. Yeah. And remember, Michael, when the Eastland disaster happened in 1915, the Merchandise Mart was not built yet. The Merchandise Mart was built in 1930. So there was a railroad station north of the river there where that bridge in the upright position is. There was a railroad station there, and that's probably the location. They removed that railroad station, consolidated with Northwestern Ogilvy, because it was too hard to cross the river there. It was a bad location for a railroad station with the river. That's why so many of the rails yards ended up on the South Loop, because there's not a river blocking off all other sides of the loop. The loop is surrounded by water on three sides: Lake Michigan on one side and the Chicago River on two other sides. So that's why the Union Station and LaSalle are right on the other side of the river there. Here's the Chicago Vietnam Memorial. I know we got Veterans Day coming up, so we'll be sure to cover that. This is the Vietnam War Memorial here in Chicago. See, they got the flags there, the Marina Towers. Got all the insignia of the military. So we thank all the veterans, people that are serving, have served, have family members that are veterans or have served in the military. We thank you for your service here. And so, yeah, let's just head up these stairs here. Yes, I did a video on it. Yes, I've done several videos on the Eastland disaster. I guess I got to do another one, because it was one of my most popular videos on my original account that TikTok deleted. So I have to recreate my content, which is very frustrating for me. I still have a grievance against TikTok for deleting my original account, and they might delete this one. Why do you think I'm on YouTube? I can't trust TikTok. That's why I can't, people are like, you should quit your day job and become a full-time live streamer. I'm like, I cannot rely on these platforms existing or paying me money. I could lose my account at any time for any reason. They give me no reassurance. And more power to everybody that's TikTok famous. Good for you. I don't really want to be TikTok famous. There's positive, negatives to everything, as we always say here. See, there's another tour. So there's a sign there. If you meet a certain time of the day, there's even free tours. You don't even have to pay for it. So I don't have to do it. You can go there and get a free tour of the Riverwalk there, and they'll do a whole spiel there. So here's the backside of the George Washington statue. See, there's the Chicago Remembers. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, maybe I'll do another Eastland disaster. That's a good idea. I think people would find that interesting, especially for Halloween. Yeah, that's a good idea. So maybe later this week, maybe later on YouTube, I'll research and make sure I get all the dates and facts right here. Here's the George Washington statue with Robert Morris on the left, Chaim Solomon on the right there. This is the Masons of Chicago did this. Here's the Cocoa Bar. They got Dia de los Muertos. They got the skeletons in the tree. Look at that. Look at the nice skeleton. You got the hummingbird here. You can sit here and so here we'll cross the let's see if I can cross the street here real quick here. Trying to get behind this car. Good. Yeah, let's cross the street here real quick. Look at that clock tower. This is the Jewelers building. And look at that amazing clock there. Time. It's got the sculpture there. So we'll wait for this traffic to go through here. There, we'll cross here. So this is Wabash Street here. Hey, that's a nice electric unicycle. There's looking south on Wabash there. So I'm going to head back to work. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. We'll give you a last view of the 17th Church of Christ scientist. It was Harry Weiss. Have a great day. Appreciate it. There, we'll leave it with the Marina Towers there. Thanks, Taco, Michael Anderson, and Rodriguez, Christopher Dotson. Yeah, you have to be very careful. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Christopher Dotson, I agree with your statement. Adam, how you doing there? Yeah, thanks for the information. There's a Halloween party. As you can imagine, Adam, I get requests to go to dozens of things. I can't go to everything, but thanks for being on here. Thanks for being part of Lunch Bunch. Anna Marie, Karen, Sharon, everybody else. No, I do not know Bill Morton. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day from Chicago. Thanks a lot. We'll see you on TikTok tonight.